Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sun Mai, and I am the first speaker of Team 3. We are the affirmative teams, and our team consists of 6 people, including me, Hải Nam, Hải Vân, Giang and Nhi. And from school's perspective, we strongly agree that school should include sex education in secondary curriculum. First, we have to be clear about what is sex education. And sex education, according to Cambridge Dictionary, is defined as lesson at school about sexual reproduction and sexual feelings. And this include a broad variety of topics that related to sex and sexualities. The reason in which we believe this is essential for students, firstly, is nowadays abstinence-only education is considered reliable worldwide and are required for all teenagers, but we believe it is ineffective and unhelpful. And abstinence-only education is a policy or a type of education that teaches people to not have sex outside of marriage or until marriage. But this does not teach about any other aspects of sex, such as how to prevent pregnancy or diseases. And so research has consistently shown that abstinence-only sexual education does not affect the rate at which teenagers decide to have sex. And the National Institute of Health, the NIH, have published an article about the needs of comprehensive sex education in the USA, where the rates of teens pregnancy are still substantially higher, although have been declining considerably since 1991. And in 2020, the number 1 state with the highest rates of teens pregnancy was Mississippi, with the rates of 27.9 births per 1,000 teenagers aged from 15 to 19 years old. And in Mississippi, although schools are required to teach sex education, the states had no standard regarding medically accurate sex education instructions. And however, their curriculum are instructed to strengthen abstinence-only education. And based on the research, the states that primarily emphasize abstinence in their sex education courses have the higher rates of teens pregnancy. And so, since the primary purpose of abstinence-only education is to prevent sexual activities among teenagers, it is clear that the teaching does not work. And so, we believe that proper and comprehensive sex education curriculum is crucial and should be included as uncompulsory subjects. Comprehensive sex education, although does not discourage the kids from having sex, it does, however, teach them how to have a safer sex with safer options. And that is why we, schools, caregivers, and other influential adults in their young person's life must support them and promote their health and well-being. Thank you.
We as a collective believe that sex education is very important in schools. And one aspect of this, the most important part of this, is bodily autonomy. Now, bodily autonomy refers to the act that the notion that your body is yours and yours alone, and decisions about it are not to be made without your consent or without your knowledge. So we intend to teach them about the limits of their reproductive rights, about their ability to get certain procedures such as abortion or birth control. We would also like to inform people about their own body, to make more informed decisions, to make better decisions about their own bodies. It can also teach people that everyone has boundaries, whether sexual or otherwise, and to respect these boundaries. And this would obviously foster healthier relationships especially within schools. And our society and the modern media obviously will demonize sex and discussions about sex, where we would like to dispel or at least reassess these notions and help people make better, more informed, again, decisions about themselves. Now, and it can also help people of any background to be more confident, have a higher sense of self about their own body, which could obviously lead to people, especially young boys, to go out and seek professional help, which obviously helps with their mental health being. But obviously, sexual education does not only help with their social, their physical or mental health. It also helps with their social health.
Thank you. Good afternoon, teachers and friends. Today I would make a speech about how sex education plays a vital role in helping students to understand their physical development. By offering suitable information about human body and puberty, sex education enriches students with useful knowledge to help them overcome the difficulties in understanding their body. But first, we need to understand what is human body. Human body is a complex system capable of doing amazing things like strength, perception, cognitive abilities, and much more. To achieve higher performances, our body must go through a stage of development, which is puberty. So what is puberty? Puberty is one of the most challenging periods for every youngsters, as they have to cope with lots of changes in their body. These changes include getting taller, growing breasts or muscles, and reaching sexual maturity. During this period, they show a tendency to become more conscious as well as curious about what their body can do and what will happen when they become more curious. According to multiple researches and studies, teenagers are likely to turn to online sources for information. However, not every sources on internet are always accurate and safe. For example, sexual content in films, particularly adult films, often convey sexual activity in a wrong way. This can mess up how teenagers think about sexual behavior, or worse, it can lead to self-harming due to imitating action in films. Therefore, I believe a comprehensive sex education is crucial because it can provide students with balanced and accurate understanding about their body, preventing potential harm teenagers may get. That is the end of my speech, and now I'm going to turn the spotlight to Vân.
Thank you, Hai. And my name is Vân. I will share my point of view now. And do you guys know that each year about 21 millions of teenage girls become pregnant worldwide, and it's according to the World Health Organization. And in Vietnam, over 250,000 girls giving birth each year. And out of 1,000 girls, 46 become pregnant at this age. At an age where they should be attending school, laughing with friends in the recess, they already have faced with the already burdened with the responsibilities of carrying a child. At such a tender age, they face a daunting choice of whether to keep or to abort their child. And if they choose to to keep it, how can they raise and care for the child? It will cause a negative impact on both physical health and mental health of the teenagers. And with the aim to help prevent teen pregnancy, we represent the school believe that sex education should be a compulsory subject in secondary curriculum. Specifically, sex education equips vital knowledge about bodies and reproductive health, help them to prevent it by safe contraceptive methods like condoms, and it will contribute to reduce the risk of unwanted pregnancy. And it's truly alarming that in Vietnam the rate is way too high, and I strongly believe that sex education should be an obligatory subject to prevent teen pregnancy. And this is the end of my talk, and I would now represent the Giang.
So hi guys, I'm Giang, and the reason why we think that sex education should be a compulsory subject in school is that it might help promote gender equality. Or we can easily see that in some Vietnamese secondary school, boys sometimes tease girls when they are on their period, so it makes girls feel like quite embarrassed and uncomfortable. So I think that when studying this subject, all students will have more knowledge about the differences between male and female, so they can be more sympathetic for each other. And this subject also emphasizes the importance of mutual respect in relationship. Helping students understand that no one has a right to control or dominate another person based on gender. And through the sex education, girls will also be educated to assert their rights and demand respect. So I believe that this will help all students, regardless of their gender, will have the same opportunity to study and develop themselves. And besides, if this subject include discussion about some successful individual of all gender in various fields, it may inspire students to change their gender norm and pursue the job that they like. So, for example, in the past we can see that women had to stay at home to take care of the other family members and do household chores, whereas men were the breadwinner. But nowadays, everything has changed. Women can also go out to look for their own job, and men nowadays will also take responsibility for our job. And now you will tell you guys the last reason.
Parents face difficulty discussing sex-related issues is our last explanation for why sex education is needed in secondary curriculum. At schools, we know there are concerns. Parents may not discuss sex with their children due to a combination of cultural taboos, personal discomfort, and lack of knowledge. Many parents were raised in... So to wrap up, we would like to emphasize that our argument stands on 6 key points, providing why sex education should be a compulsory subject in the secondary curriculum. This was the end of our talk. Thank you for listening.